Okay. Let me check the sync. Sync. Looks good. Okay, so that event thing didn't work like I thought it was going to work. But I'm just going to start talking now. Any minute. Okay. Good. So, welcome along. Patreon's 30-day hang. So this link will be live for a little while and then it won't be live anymore. So if you're catching it now, welcome. My name is Barry Power. I'm a musician. I am a podcaster and a trying to be more creative person. And at the moment, I have just started a 30-day challenge. Well, I say just started. I'm on like day 10 today. It's a challenge. It's a personal challenge, and it's about trying to be more creative and doing a little bit more of the things that I know I should be doing and a little bit less of the things I know I shouldn't be. But the idea behind it is not some lofty goal where I can make a video at the end and go, I did this for 30 days and then this happened. Something might happen, something might not happen. But what I really wanted to do most of all was to document whatever did happen within those 30 days as best I could. And some of them will be big things like songs and videos and live streams and stuff. And some of them will be smaller things like pictures and quotes and stuff like that. So welcome to the 30-day challenge for what it is, in name only. It's good to have you. It's good to have you here. It's good to be here. This week, the wins. I'm going to talk about my wins first. Things that I feel I have won. Podcast. Got a podcast out this week. From the Maker to the Made with Ashley Tabatabai. Great conversation. So cool. So cool to have a chat with an actor about creativity. Because it's such a different world from musicians and how that runs. Working on 3 newish songs. They've been kicking around for a while, but I'm trying to be a little bit more, trying to be a bit better at getting into songwriting in a really kind of serious way, because I tend to come at it and then I'll go away and then I'll come back and do some more, and I want to be a bit more structured with that. So 3 new songs: Like a Wave, Sisyphus, and the other is a working title of Lately. I made an event thing on Facebook for the live stream. So live stream is something I've been doing for the past month or 2, and I'm trying to get better at that. Very techie. I'm trying to get one thing right and the other. Even now, today, I had a live stream link that is not really working. So this is going out live, but not specifically the way I wanted it to go out. But if you're catching it, welcome again. Some personal wins: ran 8 kilometers the other day, and also did a 26-minute 5-kilometer run on Sunday, which is good for me. I'm trying to get down. My ultimate goal is to run a 20-minute 5-kilometer run, which I may never achieve, and definitely won't achieve before I'm 40, or will I? Maybe. I had a great coaching session with a good friend of mine who's been helping me out with trying to stay a little bit more positive and grounded since we've kind of spun out on coronavirus. And a bit more positive about working in a situation where there's no gigs on the horizon, and there's the whole industry is just kind of put on hold until it's time to go again. So that was good. So there are my wins. The other thing I wanted to talk about today was failure, and how I feel about failure, and how I'm trying to approach failure differently and fail up, which is a hard thing to do because, failure is important. Without failure, you can't move forward and do something good. But what I found is that I struggle with failure because, as I'm sure everybody struggles with failure, but to try and not let the failures that you have define who it is you think you are, because that comes down to an issue of like your ego and getting over that, and trying to embrace the things that you can change and not try to control so much. I sound like I'm talking for AA now, but yeah, I think it's something that in our culture growing up, failure is not something to be celebrated, and I think that's kind of the wrong way of looking at it, because you fail again, and then you fail better, and if you do it with the right frame of mind, you can fail up, which is, if you do something badly, to try and improve on it the next time, and have that attitude that you want to improve on it. So that's something that I wanted to talk about, is failures. And this week on the 30-day challenge, I found that my motivation was kind of lacking, and I will oftentimes find that when my motivation lacks, I can write off a whole few days. So something doesn't go right on a Monday, I say, oh, that's it, the whole week is gone and I'm done, and I'm not going to get back onto it. And I think that trying to get over that for me is hard, that mindset. So this week I've been struggling with that, and nothing was coming. So Tuesday I said, right, I'm going to change things up a bit. I'm going to go out for a walk. So our local park here in Castletown, or in Selbridge, is called Castletown, and beautiful old Georgian house with lovely grounds and a river running through it. So I was out walking, and I thought, okay, this is the perfect time to get over the funk of not being creative or feeling not creative. And took out my phone, said I'm going to shoot some video, and I even had a topic for the video. It was about going out and getting headspace, and being more, giving yourself the freedom to give the space for creative things to arise. And I shot footage of the avenue, which was all wintry and lovely and moody, and then I was down by the river, and I turned my phone back, and the river was behind me, and I was saying my spiel of how space is important for creatives, and then I got home thinking, this is great, I'm over my creative funk and I've done something. And I looked at the footage, and all the footage, the audio was garbled, and the noise of the river and the wind, and just was too much for my crappy headphone microphones to take. And this is the thing, when you're shooting on the fly, you think, this is great, you've got access to all this stuff in your pocket. And I was to post that last night as my 9th day Patreon entry. I've missed 2 days, I think, including that one where I didn't post anything. And I thought, this is it. I have my thing. I've got my video. It's going to be posted and it's going to be great. And never got done. So what can I take away from this? Failure, number one, but failure of something that I hadn't planned on doing anyway. So the fact that I went to do it and tried it was a win. So that's the first way to try and take that win out of the loss, I suppose. Not loss is the wrong word. And the other thing is, how can I change it to be different next time? So bring a better microphone, or buy a microphone. Buy like a lapel mic that I can just put on for shooting with your phone or with cameras and stuff. So yeah, to try and turn some of those negatives into positives. So they're my two main takeaways this week. Is embrace your failure and try and see the things within your failure that help you fail upwards, that help you take something on and go, okay, that didn't work that time, so I'm going to change it around and have this work next time. That's number one. And number two is the space to be creative, which is a really counterintuitive thing, especially in terms of how we think about productivity and hustle culture and, get loads of stuff done. I have to get stuff done. It has to be bam, 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 and I have to be doing 100 million things. And creativity doesn't really work like that. I found, for me personally, being creative comes a bit more seasonally. So there'll be times during the day, during the week, during the month where I'm more creative than others. And you have to be kind of cool when those things arrive and go, okay, that stuff is coming. It's time to work now. And that's not always the case. I mean, everyone has deadlines and stuff that they need to get done and times you need to do it in. But in general, if you're working on something and you're getting really, really frustrated, the more you try and I say you, I mean me, the more I try and force things and really hold on tightly, the less creative it happens that I am. So I'm trying to learn more to, when stuff isn't working and I feel like I'm banging my head against a wall, is get up, go for a walk. Don't shoot a video on your walk, but maybe do. But to try not to get bogged down in something, to kind of give yourself the space for the new ideas to kind of settle and come back to you. So this is advice that I'm really giving myself, but I hope it's useful for you too. What else? I have written down some notes here. Yes, embrace your failure and give yourself some space. As usual, I'm going to be live on Facebook playing some songs and playing some music. I'll be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram on Friday at 9 o'clock. The room to room live session from my room to your room, or to your phone if you're out walking about and you have good Wi-Fi, or 3G or 5G. And I am planning on playing one or more of those new songs that I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to be getting some of those together tomorrow night, and I'm going to do a little recording and put it up on Patreon tomorrow night so you can hear it as a patron or as a Patreon. What do you like to be called? Patreon person. Let me know. Write me a message. Yeah. What else is going on with me at the moment? So another part of the 30-day challenge for me is things that are influencing me or on my radar this week. And what is on my radar? I watched Parasite this weekend, which I thought was incredible. Just like, what a movie. If you have not seen Parasite, I highly recommend checking that out. I'm reading Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, which was a lofty goal for my 30-day challenge. I thought I'm going to read more, and I'm going to try and read some of the classics. And it's good. It's really good. And a lot more accessible than I thought it was going to be. This could be due to the fact that I'm listening to an audiobook version of it, and the narrator of the audiobook is really good at pronouncing all the Russian names, which I'm sure if I was reading it out in my mind's eye, I don't know how well I would pronounce the names. So that might be something that would stop it. But I recommend the audiobook version. I like audiobooks. I started rewatching The Wire, and I hadn't seen it since it first came out, and I forgot how good it was. Everything about it is just the writing, the acting, music, the way it's shot. Great. Music-wise, New Gorillaz album, Song Machine, is just killer. So good. And Michael Kiwanuka's album, Kiwanuka, which I think was out last year, but I might be late to the party on it, but so good. Sounds like a 70s soul funk album, but it has this modern twist that I love, and it also has like instrumental introduction parts of tracks, which is just such a great idea. Really kind of ties into the album experience. Love it. Yeah. Check out the podcast, From the Maker to the Made. I sat down with Ashley Tabatabai and we talked acting and screenwriting and being an introvert and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, I don't know how long this link is going to be live on YouTube, but if you just found it randomly, my name is Barry Power. I'm a musician, and I'm trying to make more videos and talk about stuff. And in doing that, I'm doing a personal 30-day creative challenge, which you can follow along on Patreon. Patreon.com/Barry Power. There might be some bits and pieces here, but most of it's going to be up there. If you want to find out more about me, barrypowermusic.com. You can sign up for my mailing list there. Get an ebook is a thing. And yeah, thanks for checking out the live stream. It's new ground for me. And hopefully you enjoy the chat, listening to it. And yeah, hit me up with some messages if you want. Be great to hear from you. See you in the next one.